Benfica with Simba SC and Orlando Pirates. Also previously linked to him, according to reports, Azam FC is yes, they are eager to make a major statement of intent by securing Nigeria's first-choice keeper to bolster their domestic and continental ambitions. Now, while several high-profile moves have been speculated upon since his standout AFCON performance over his future, is now expected to be finalized during the upcoming summer transfer window. Away from that one, Lazio manager Maurizio Sarri has identified Vicente Bashiru's missed-scoring opportunity as the critical turning point in their recent Serie A fixture, expressing frustration over the squandered moment. The Italian tactician noted that Nigerian midfielder had a golden chance to alter the momentum of the game, suggesting that the clinical finish would have likely secured a different result for his team. Sarri's poorly critique highlights the high expectations placed on the summer signing, emphasizing that at the top level of Italian football, failing to capitalize on such important openings can prove costly for the team's pursuit of crucial league points. Away from that one, let's let you know outside the arena, Nigerian singer Bella Shmurda has offered a profound perspective on the creative industry, describing music as a form of warfare that requires immense mental and spiritual resilience. Now, during a recent media engagement, the Cash App star explained that the path to success in the music business is fraught with unseen battles, suggesting the artists must view their craft as a constant struggle against external pressures and internal challenges. By framing the industry as a battlefield, Bella Shmurda highlighted the grit and determination necessary to survive and remain relevant in a highly competitive space, urging his peers to approach the career with the mindset of a soldier prepared for the complexities of the limelight. Warfare.
On top, say you want to sing?
I got the power.
Eh? On top song.
No. Anything, anywhere you find yourself, it's a battlefield, Adam.
Are you sure?
Yes, wherever it is you find yourself, it's a battlefield.
Not the fight.
There are forces that
so this
contend.
is a battlefield for you.
A battlefield now?
Who you the fight for you? Who you the fight for?
You don't know.
Now, Michael, you the fight.
No. You're not gonna know. That's not the spiritual, so you're not gonna know. That's spiritual.
I'm begging.
You know, there's spiritual elements, involved.
Come on, boy, she don't fight it. She don't want it.
It's a battlefield. Anyways, just say what you don't know, you may not understand what people go through when they walk. So you don't tell you say that music industry in a battlefield. So approach it with that mindset. Anyways, whether Adam agrees that the music industry is a battlefield or not, we are sure that
there is a battlefield somewhere.
There is a battlefield somewhere in France. Yes.
Let's get it.
May or may not be a battlefield in the music industry, but there is a battlefield tonight at the Parc des Princes. PSG will be in action against defending champions, the champions already, champions of the German Bundesliga, Bayern Munich. Vincent Kompany is having the time of his life. Rested his key players over the weekend, brought them off from the bench. They got that comeback 4-3 against Mainz 05. PSG also rested some players and eventually still got a comfortable win despite being one man down in that game over the weekend. Both teams are in great form, and I think Luis Enrique has set the tone for tonight's game by insisting that his team are the best side. He says that out of that top 8, we are the best side. Then maybe Bayern are consistent since they've lost only 2 games this season, but you know what I mean, across board, attacking, defense, midfield, we are the best side in Europe. Adam Suleiman, I was listening to a Bayern Munich player speak. Let me see if I can pull up his own statement. But okay, yes, it was Joshua Kimmich, and he says, I think PSG was our toughest opponent. That's in the group stages. Arsenal is completely different. They rely on set piece against PSG. It's more of a football game.
There's got set piece against them.
Mona leave. Disregard the subtle shade. Let's focus. I wonder why you had to put in that line. Let's focus on the main point.
By the time they show you set piece now, you go talk.
Let's focus on the main point, which is that they were for him their toughest opponents in the group stage, and this is where they are right now. And we don't talk waiting a talk. I think everyone knows where I stand in this game. But Adam, your thoughts on that game? PSG against Bayern.
It's going to be tricky. It's going to be interesting. I think PSG would probably win I expect PSG to win the midfield battle. I think going into tonight's game, Bayern have to be comfortable with not having a lion's share of the possession, because I think that's exactly what's going to happen tonight. I'm looking at the game off the top of my head. Bayern have better ball holders. Their midfield, of course, Joao Neves, Fabian Ruiz and Vitinha. That's usually what it is. But Vitinha has a heel injury. We don't know if he's going to be available yet or not. So you're looking at probably Joao Neves. Fabian Ruiz is also just returning from a lengthy injury. So you don't know if he's 100% ready to go. But I think they will probably play him in tonight's game, because they need some form of senior man in that midfield. And I'm not disregarding Joao Neves. I just think at some point, Fabian Ruiz is just bound to be that guy for them. So they're probably looking at a midfield of Fabian Ruiz, Joao Neves, as well as, what's his kid's name? Warren Zaïre probably would be the one to come in there. And you're looking at Joshua Kimmich. You're looking at, I don't know if Goretzka played over the weekend. I don't think he's going to start. I think Jamal will probably, no. With Gnabry now out, Jamal probably goes into the midfield. So you're looking at Joshua Kimmich, Jamal, probably Pavlovic or somebody in that midfield as well, to balance alongside. The battles on the wings are going to be interesting. Ashraf against Luis Diaz, Olise against Nuno Mendes is where it's at. Olise against Nuno Mendes is definitely where it is at tonight. I know I talked about it last time and I said against Ferland Mendy over both legs, either Carreras or Ferland Mendy, whichever one it was, as expected, he had Real Madrid's defense on toast, which is kind of normal. But this time around, you're talking to Nuno Mendes. It's an upgrade. It's a proper battle this time around. And also PSG would have to be careful, because Bayern's high press is one thing, but on the other hand, when those wing backs overload, speaking of Hakimi and Nuno Mendes, if they leave too much spaces at the back, Wahala is coming. You are talking Harry Kane, Luis Diaz and Olise coming at you, Jamal coming in behind them. It becomes a problem. And Harry Kane, as expected, I think this is also one of those games where Harry Kane would actually be the one guy that probably could make a difference. Not as a 9 this time around, but as a guy in true Harry Kane fashion that comes straight down, that drops deep into the midfield, maybe drag one center back out of position and allow somebody else to run in behind. So stuff like that is how I think Bayern would operate. But most important thing tonight is I think Bayern would have to be very comfortable with not having the ball, and they have to be willing to run tonight, because it's going to be a lot of pressing. It's going to be a lot of pressing high, and like I pointed out, PSG have a lot of ball movers, but that's in their midfield. So if you can maybe find a way to interrupt their flow when it comes to building out of the back, find a way to interrupt maybe the Pacho or Marquinhos from building up from the back like they naturally would, maybe you do have a chance. Bayern's defense is not ironclad, so don't get me wrong. I think PSG of course have a shot at them. If they get the ball up front, you are looking at Doué, Dembele and possibly Bakola, or maybe Bakola I think is still injured. I don't know, but probably Kvaratskhelia as well. All of these guys, of course, they can definitely cause damage. So both teams definitely match each other. One way or the other, whatever it is that you want to look at as PSG's weakness, and you say it's Bayern's strength, you probably look at Bayern's weakness as well. You tell yourself PSG have that strength to counter that. Because again, if you look at Bayern Munich centre backs, you are talking Upamecano and whoever it is that's going to play tonight. Manuel Neuer is still one of the best goalkeepers in the world. I do think so. But on the other hand, of course, Matteo Savanov has claimed to be very good for himself. Will Alphonso Davies start tonight, or will it be another night for Konrad Laimer to keep up the appearances for Bayern Munich? I guess we'll find out when the game starts. I think it's going to be Alphonso though. I think it makes sense if it's Alphonso Davies, at least to carry alongside either Dembele or Desiree Doué, whoever it is that is on that side of the defense. It's going to be interesting to see. I think both teams will score. I'm expecting an explosive matchup. I don't think it's a secret that I'm tipping Mason Company's boys to win the game.
Right now, today,
I don't think it's
not over 2 legs, but like
over both legs, and even today
at the Parc des Princes.
Yeah, I think we can take the win.
Anyways, we're gonna get to the phone lines and hear from you. But Tony Cruz gave his own opinion regards to tonight's game, and of course, the words of Tony Cruz on the Bayern versus PSG semi-final clash. He says, and I quote, "I think Bayern will have to defend a bit better than they did against Real Madrid.
Yes.
I think Paris can be a bit more efficient than Madrid. Bayern defended with a lot of risk in both games, when Real Madrid could have punished even more in the second leg. If they adjust a few things, Bayern have a good chance. For me, in the words of Tony Cruz, it's a 50-50 tie. Paris are the defending champions as PSG are the defending champions. Based on the current form, I think Bayern and PSG are the two best teams. But he said something. Bayern need to do a lot of defending.
They need to defend
better defending like that.
Of course, I expect PSG's attack to test them more than Madrid did, as expected. That one is not up for question. The way, for example, you saw the clip where I think it was Vinny that ran with the ball, didn't pass to Jude, and it became his part and everything. In moments like that, I think those PSG boys are more in sync and they are more in tune. Baracelia, Doué, and Dembele, I think they are more in tune. But like I said, Bayern and their high pressing could maybe just be the difference. They might have to, press so high that it kind of faults PSG's build up. But then again, if Bayern press too high, they leave spaces at the back. Maybe they don't go short, they go long, and it becomes a 50-50 toss. It could go anyway. Upamecano would have work on his hands, that's for sure. The Bayern defense would have work on their hands. I think Alphonso Davies starts on the left hand side. It makes sense. The speed is there, the stamina is there as well. And I think 1v1, he probably stands a better chance than Konrad Laimer, or even if it's Pavlovic that will play as a left back today. Jesua Kimmich in the midfield as the base. Maybe Leon Goretzka for some muscle, which I'm not exactly sure of. But I think Jamal, of course, should play in that team as well. So no Gnabry, no Serge Gnabry, of course.
Yeah,
I think it opens the window for Jamal Musiala to start the game. They have to Bayern also need to realize something. They need to combat. They need to be more efficient attacking wise.
Like they were, unlike
in
how
the
they were.
Madrid game,
yeah, they were not.
Where I remember we talked about it and we said,
chances
they created,
they could not
and
convert.
it could have hurt them in the second leg.
Yeah, true, it could have.
But they carried on and they went through. Tonight against PSG, it will be more punishing. I think PSG are.
They get to miss those chances.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't waste the chances. So they have to be more on it tonight. That kind of thing.
Okay, let's hear from you on the show. It's PSG against Bayern. Who are you rooting for to get a victory tonight? By the way, there are only a handful of players who have played for both teams. Adam.
Yeah, they're not playing.
Only a handful. They're not played. Let's say there are 6 or 7. They have played for both PSG.
I know of.
They have played for only PSG and Bayern.
I'm only sure of like maybe 2 or 3.
Maybe during the course of the show, we'll try to run you through the names of those players that have crossed the divide of both PSG and Bayern. But right now, where do you stand? Who is gonna get the first victory tonight? Do you see a draw? Tony Cruz says it's gonna be a 50-50. Bayern needs to defend more because PSG are ruthless when it comes to attack. Yes, both teams rested their big players over the weekend, and both teams are ready for tonight's clash. We are the best team in the world, the PSG says. Luis Enrique says, Tony Cruz says, both PSG and Bayern are the best teams in Europe. Maybe this is what we call the final before the final.
I guess you can look at it that way.
It could be the final.
I think I can say that.
The final before the final.
Yes, it is.
Probably had the final before the final before.
Move.
Bayern or Madrid.
With that defense.
So this is the proper final before the final.
With that defense.
Okay, so this is the proper final before the final. Yeah. Let's hear from you on the show. 090-44,889. Yes, that's the line you get to call, and that is the line you also get to text to on WhatsApp. Where do you stand? Where you stand?
Yes, good evening to everybody in the studio.
Welcome. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm cool. My name is Mr. Bright. I'm an icon of Manchester City.
Proceed.
Yes, so for me, this match, for me, today is my own final. Yes, irrespective of waiting, Arsenal and Atletico will play that one now. Maybe just 2 black people where you just leave themselves inside the forest. Yes, for me, I don't say yes for going to be for Bayern Munich and it will be for PSG, but also my former captain, which is a company, I believe them. Yes, everything where PSG go bring come to the Bayern will get them over there. I speak for them to Mama PSG. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Thank you. WhatsApp line is open. Is this for you? What we call the final before the final? I don't know. Are we gonna have a more juicier final, Adam? Maybe PSG Arsenal could be interesting.
This is where the arms
are we gonna have a more juicier final?
Arsenal are conservative side. If either let's go Madrid or Arsenal
are too conservative.
They are conservative.
To Bayern and PSG.
They would still care for their defense a little bit.
Yeah.
But you see this ones tonight. This game is going to come down to goals.
True.
It's just a case of who converts more chances. Because one thing is sure, the both of them will create, the both of them would go at each other. They will take proper swings at each other. Arsenal or Atletico will probably want to calculate their moments. Oh, wait for the counter-attacking moment to show.
True.
Wait
so
for
we not see that proper attacking football.
These ones
from Atletico
from
Madrid
the
or
both of them
Arsenal.
tonight. It's going to come down to it. The goalkeepers are going to set out to the action. Their defenders are going to have proper battles on their hand. So we see exactly what it comes down to. I think it's going to come down to goals. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah, Adams. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I greet.
Greet you too. Welcome. Carry go, Gozie.
Yeah. Well, tonight's match, is gonna be a close one.
Close one. Okay.
Of course, we know how good they are at controlling games. They are better at controlling games than any of the opponents that Bayern had played this season. So I see them dominating more of the ball, like you just said there. But where I think Bayern may have the edge is the attack. Bayern, they are good at attacking. Their forward line is terrific. So I believe the edge slightly lies with, in my own point of view, it lies with Bayern because of the attack. The front line, they are very, very good.
Yeah.
So, but even though it's gonna be a close game, but I think it will trade more towards Bayern getting a victory tonight. I expect them to beat PSG.
Okay. All right, thank you. Expecting Bayern to beat PSG. Yes, indeed. That's a front line of Diaz, Olise, Harry Kane is a very little one. So
it kind of makes sense as well. Also, of course, you look at they broke their Bundesliga record for goals with about 4 or 5 games to go.
One of them has 50. Like it's just
the numbers speak for you.
It's crazy.
And you know
it's crazy.
So yeah. Goal wise, I think you look at it. PSG have had their moments of head loss this season. They've suffered all competitions. PSG have lost about 8 games. Bayern, on the other hand,
just 2.
Only 2 losses.
Just 2.
And that's all competition.
That's massive. Call us back if you can. 09044,889. Yes, you're taking your expectations and predictions across board. Would you say for you this is the final before the final of the UEFA Champions League? Is this for you the final before the final? And yes, do you see a win for PSG or Bayern, or perhaps you think it's going to end in a draw right there at the Parc des Princes? Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm fine. If I agree with you.
Yes, you're welcome. What's your name, please?
Yeah, Ekong. My name is Ekong.
Ekong, you're welcome. Talk to us.
Adam.
Yes.
You see, I'm listening to this debate about this game right from morning from 20 program.
Okay.
Almost every caller is giving this match to Bayern.
I'm giving it to
Bayern. Almost every caller. So you see that Bayern will win. But for me, I think otherwise, because PSG, for one, they are the defending champions.
Okay.
Not only being defending champions, this team that won the Champions League last year are still intact.
Yeah.
And if you look at the way they play, they play a very coordinated football for me. And Bayern, I see one thing with the Bayern Madrid match. Bayern defense, if under pressure, will concede. They will concede goals. If under any pressure, if any team should pressurize them, they will concede goals.
Okay.
And PSG, again, playing at home with their stamina, the skill, the home advantage, and everything. Honestly, I don't see Bayern beating PSG today.
Okay.
If they really try the best, for me, I think the best they will get will be a draw. So that's it.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for what is worth. I actually share your opinion as well. I think PSG should be able to handle Bayern, only because I think tactically Luis Enrique will do a better job. I think he understands
I hear you.
The threats where Bayern go pose, and I think he's faced more difficult sides this season. And I think at the Parc des Princes they're going to come out, they'll come out with that edge, whether on a 2-1, on a 3-1, on a 3-2. But I think I'm seeing a victory for PSG tonight, over Bayern Munich. But anyways, keep your thoughts on WhatsApp coming and via the phone lines as well. What you think will happen tonight? PSG against Bayern. The phone lines are still open. WhatsApp line is still open as well.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine. This is John.
John.
Bayern.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
can.
can.
Go on.
Okay. For today's game, I think when you look at the two club form, I think Bayern is still going to beat PSG again. Because even if score against Bayern, but they can score. That is one thing about Bayern. When you look at the attacking, Luis Diaz and Harry Kane. What is the other guy name?
Olise.
Michael Olise. These are the difficult people to. In fact, these are the most. In fact, in Europe this time around. So I think Bayern is going to beat PSG at least 2-1.
Okay. All right. Thank you. The last time they met in this Champions League, Adam, it was PSG who were the winners. What has changed for you? What has changed from that time that PSG were able to beat them? Because I even think when they beat Bayern, they were not even in good form, and yet they were able to get that victory over Bayern. Why? What do you think has changed? Because you're going for a victory for Bayern tonight, right? So what has changed from that point that PSG? Was it PSG that beat them the first time now?
No.
Okay, it was Bayern that beat them 2-1.
But PSG have as expected. Yeah, they were already 2 goals down before the red card even came out.
I'm mixing it up, yeah.
Before the red card even came out, Bayern were ready to goals up, so it didn't exactly do much. But as per usual, PSG look to have turned on their knockout afterburners. So yeah, in the group stages, maybe don't do too much. They usually don't do. But as always, they've come back in the knockout round and they.
But Bayern were the ones that had red card. Why am I mixing this thing up?
Yeah, Bayern was the one that got the red card.
Bayern, they were the ones that picked up the red card.
It was Luis Diaz that got sent off.
And they were already like 2-0 up. Diaz scored that brace. Yeah.
I remember the game. So all I'm saying is
PSG is not going to lose again now.
All I'm saying
it's not
is
going to happen.
I know PSG have turned on the afterburners, but at the same time, I just feel like that first game has shown somewhat that this PSG side have weaknesses in them. And genuinely, I think if I was a man like Bonson Company, I know they've watched tape, but I think I will look at the Monaco game.
Okay.
The Monaco double header, I understand that Monaco lost that time, but Monaco lost that time by their own. It was more or less their own situation. On both occasions, you had an advantage, and then you got a man sent off, and then he just went away from you. So, Bayern, I think they can execute better. Bayern, I don't think they will just throw caution to the wind. I know that both teams, of course, will go after each other. They will attack themselves. But at the end of the day, I guess we'll see what exactly it is that these two teams can, of course, bring to the party. I expect goals, I expect fire, I expect flair, I expect, intent. I know that the PSG side, of course, and also Bayern need to be worried. Bayern would need to be worried about the final 15 minutes of the game. I know everybody tells you, of course, the game runs for 90, but PSG have this thing where they turn on some form of afterburner right at the death of the game. In those final 10-15 minutes, that's usually when they just wake up and then they tear you even further than what it is that look they did it against Chelsea. But Askelia off the bench in the final 15 minutes, he scored 2 goals. In the Liverpool tie as well, in the second leg at Anfield, they were just goalless for a very long time, and the next thing you know, at the very death, Dembele scores 2 late goals. The game goes away from you. So that particular death of the game, Bayern would have to be worried about for sure. Okay.
Let's take more thoughts as well. But anyways, from what I have before me right now, these two sides never play any draw, Adam. Whenever they meet, one side has to win. And from what I'm seeing right now, 8 wins for Bayern, 3 for PSG, no draws.
I remember the one time. I remember one of their meetings. As a matter of the one I remember that sticks with me.
Victory,
the one that even sticks with me properly from their previous meetings was Kingsley Coman that won. It was the Champions League final in 2020. Kingsley Coman scored. Kingsley Coman scored in that game. I remember very well, and he failed to celebrate because he used to play for PSG.
It was 1-0.
Yeah,
it was 1-0 in 2020.
So
their game, I think the highest score line we've seen between Bayern and PSG
probably 3-2.
It was 2017. PSG beat Bayern 3-0. They kept a clean sheet. We've seen. Anyway, I'm just walking with clean sheets right now. 2021, PSG went to the Allianz Arena and beat Bayern 3-2.
That one I remember. Choupo-Moting scored.
Yeah, that one was 3-2. And 2018, Bayern beat PSG 3-1. most times they meet in the Champions League. They meet past Champions League.
Where else do they want to
so,
meet?
so
I know they met in the Club World Cup as well
this is
recently.
usually it.
In the Club World Cup as well recently, I know.
Okay, yeah.
Jamal,
Club
that was where Jamal broke his leg, and I know PSG won that game. I think 2-0 or something.
Yeah, it was 2-0. So the Club World Cup 2-0. So it's always keenly contested between these both sides.
Yeah, sure.
Historically, yes, PSG have the odds. 8 wins as against Bayern will have the odds. 8 wins against PSG's 3. But don't forget, say in recent times, Club World Cup, PSG beat them 2-0. Champions League recently, Bayern won 2-1. But now they have a chance to, put one better for themselves. So where do you stand? We'll take this call and then pay some bills on the show.
Hello.
Hello, Adam. Good afternoon.
Welcome. How are you?
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, this is Zainab on the line.
Zainab.
So, yeah, for today's game, I'm seeing it grow. Either 2-2 draw or 3-3 draw. I don't think Bayern will win PSG in their home. So I'm seeing it draw sharp. Anything they play is going to be draw. I don't think anybody will win there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. A draw is not out for the Cats as well. Although I'm rooting for, and I'm hoping
that will be the first time it happened. I don't think it would.
That will be the first time it happened. Yeah, it will be the first time. I'm rooting for PSG to win, by the way. But let's pay some views on the show. When we come back, we'll take more thoughts on WhatsApp and pick more calls on the show.
Afternoon Sports Cruise. The final lap, the final few minutes, of course, are over the show. And I have said a lot of English, but it is time, of course, for us to hear from you as well.
All right, let's take more calls.
Tonight's game. Hello.
Adam the Diva, Adam.
Welcome. How are you
You
doing?
just say Adam the Diva.
Adam Peter, Adam. Good evening.
Yeah, we did greet you. Welcome. Good evening. Good evening.
Benjamin line.
Benjamin.
Yeah. Adam, I think you have said it all. I think for me, I think this particular guy is going to define. He's going to come down to goals. You know what I'm saying it, because both teams can score. So I think this is the final before the final. But like I always said, there's something I was just saying that I think PSG is going to defend this title. I just feel they have. I think that they have the players to do so. I think that I watch them play. Inside the play, the Champions is kind of different from them. I think those front three, and like you said, I think the battle in the midfield is going to determine. It's going to be very, very critical. The battle in the midfield. But I just feel over to like I think PSG will go through.
Okay. All right. Thank you. James from Abidjan says, for me, tonight's game is the final before the final, and I'm rooting for PSG to get the work done. Good afternoon. Good evening, even Adam Suleiman. My prediction for today's match is 2-1 in favor of Bayern, my second club. Today's match is the grand finale before the great grand finale. My name is Rap Nation from Melwood Sporting Complex in UK. Good evening, Brila. My name is John, Royal Chelsea fan. Bayern all the way. At least make them help me revenge.
Who you be?
Na Chelsea fan na.
Abajo.
You know if you be PSG, the same Bayern. Adam and Eva, this PSG versus Bayern match will be a very tough game. Now 0-0 or 1-1, them go play a man from Lagos. Keep your thoughts on WhatsApp. Call me 090 44,889. Call that line as well, 090 44,889. Where do you stand? Who do you think could get the victory today, or do you think it's going to end in a draw? And of course, would you consider this the final before the final of the UEFA Champions League?
Hello. Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Welcome. How are you doing?
Good evening, yes.
Yes, you're welcome. Good evening.
My name is John.
John.
Yeah. I like to analyze, but it's something I see in PS. One is their front line. It's very flexible. So when I mean it's very flexible, like you don't know the ability could drop off, and the other wingers could mix it up by running in behind or coming short. But the way they can mix it up. That's one. Then two, I've noticed one thing about PSG. They don't only play a front foot style of play. If you notice the second leg against Liverpool, they countered on Liverpool, which is something that Bayern should take note of if you want to play them. So for me, I root for PSG to win the first leg.
Okay. All right.
Interesting
All right.
stuff.
Thank you. Nothing will happen. Vincent, no, they fear, because I strongly 100% believe that his game will end on a draw, because the two sides are too good to be beaten, and they will watch out for themselves. They will be afraid to attack each other, because the two sides has the best wingers and attackers in the world. But believe me, it's a draw match. Sunday from Surulere. All right. Thank you. Well, because both teams have the best attack, it's probably going to be a battle of the best attack. Who can score more? Who can convert?
I think it will come down to goals.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Adam.
Welcome. How are you doing?
Hello.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Welcome,
you can.
yes.
Good evening.
Eva, good evening.
Yes, you're welcome.
Please, patience, please.
Patience. Welcome.
Okay. Is it tonight's game, man? I want to buy an bag.
It's not PSG, the same Bayern.
I'm even begging them. I'm just begging Bayern money. They should just help me and beat PSG, please. Thank you very much.
Okay, all right. So what you can do, let another man do it for you. Anyways, good afternoon, guys. Godfather from Aja Adama exited NYC camp because of this match.
You say what?
Is that possible? Can you exit it? Because
You can take exit from camp now.
just like that.
But if you're in Lagos camp, you're supposed to watch ball for camp now.
They should actually start like
You watch ball for-
have a white screen. That's what I'm
I don't
surprised.
think
So, so anyway, it says because those men don't agree and watch the match. It says I see this match. I give it to PSG 3-1. Those guys are good. Vice versa.
Sorry, if you cannot, please tell me you're in Lagos camp. If you're in Lagos camp, let me know.
Hello, welcome.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome.
Adam, good evening.
Welcome. How you doing?
Adam, me, I want to give a special announcement to.
What's your name, first of all?
Maka the talk.
Oh, yeah, carry go.
The people where they invest funds like me. This is today's match. Now 3 correct score.
Woo!
Tara.
6 goal 3 la. What a night.
Let me find out between Baka and Inter Milan.
That's how it go be.
So this season now, they will see repeat them between Bayern Munich and PSG. So for all my investors, so they listen to me. Let's go 3-3. Make it no mess up.
Okay. Well, these are the nights that we live for. These are the nights that we live for, especially if you don't have a place, you don't have a side you're supporting. You can just sit down, go towards the Inter. Anyway, it says that it's in Lagos corner, but dislodged him to somewhere in the state for camp.
Now, Shagamu camp.
I said, me, I don't run come up because of Champions League. Okay, all right, thank you. Good evening, everyone in the studio. For me, PSG is going to beat Bayern tonight. Remember this Bayern against Madrid and all the chances Madrid missed and Bayern goalkeeper saved. That means Bayern's attack is very good, but that back always collapse. It says, imagine what they're playing in their league, always conceding. Let's assume if that Madrid we all know before they will knock out this Bayern. Let's wait and see what will happen tonight. John on WhatsApp. All right, thank you. Hello. Hello.
Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
Adam Baba Sulaiman.
How are you doing? Welcome.
I did find out now. I'm on
Ima carry go.
Tonight go there to that Bayern PSG go out, mama. For me, Bayern go destroy PSG. You understand?
Away from home. Wow.
Do you hear me? Forget that there for the PSG has.
Yes.
Bayern go destroy. I trust Luis Diaz now. I trust Luis Diaz. I trust Olista. Hurricane. They go do am. They go do am tonight. PSG. Forget that. Luis just talk now them the favorite to win this Champions League. The favorite to now them the this season.
Okay.
Bayern go destroy them.
Okay.
On a nice job, Jared. Nice job.
All right. Thank you. It's amazing, Adam. Why most teams they like claim the underdog status? This one no agree claim underdog. Like I don't even know. Most people say, most people will come and use the whole Bayern are a great side. Yeah, they'll say Bayern are a great side. They've lost just 2 this season. It tells you how good they are. But my team, you know that kind of. When you're trying to harass the journalists, you're trying to harass
that one concern. That one no concern Lucho.
You know concern Lucho. That's what I'm saying. Like the confidence to come out and say after you guys did not make after the last 8, you just knew that you guys were the best. It takes a lot of confidence to say that, and I hope that same confidence you don't instill them into the players when they take on Bayern. So that you're taking
that. They're chopping this night. Now wait till I go first open show tomorrow.
Now what's night? You're taking up a side that has lost only 2 games this season. One to Arsenal, the other to Augsburg. That's the side you're taking on. Harry Kane is in red hot form, and he still talk and say we are the best team. Anyway, shout out to him. I'm rooting for them. If they win tomorrow, I'll be one of the happiest people, during the show. But let's take more calls if we can.
Hello. Good evening, Ada.
Welcome. How are you doing?
Yes.
Fine,
good evening. You're welcome.
Viva, good evening.
Yes, welcome.
My name is Etim, calling from Nikon, Jakonde.
Etim, you're welcome. Fire down.
Tonight's match is going to be a great match, but I give it to Bayern because it is not going to be easy. Bayern will take the day today. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good evening. Gibson and Nemeka from Abuja says PSG to win. Good evening, Ivan Adam. Decency. It's understandable when Chelsea fans say Bayern will win PSG. They are still pained that PSG knocked them out. Same they don't wish Arsenal well because Arsenal have been a thorn in their flesh. But football is not worth 3 emotions. PSG for the win tonight. Okay. Good afternoon, Eva and Adam. I think Bayern are better side to beat PSG. Bayern will show them how to score. Monaco supposed to remove them. Kayode Obafemi. Okay. This one's for Adam and Eva. Good evening. The match will be explosive. They are both attacking teams, so it's gonna be attack, massive attack. I want Bayern versus Arsenal final. I am rooting for Bayern. Patrick. left for
Interesting
me alone.
stuff.
I don't want to see the other side for final, but it is what it is.
No.
We have to manage.
So I don't want to see the other side.
Well,
Okay.
we have to manage what we have. Wrapping up the conversation, Adam, I'm going to drop my prediction. 4-3. 7-goal thriller. What a night.
4-3 in one night.
I'm telling you. Can that even happen?
Oh, very possible. It is very. With these two teams, it's not impossible.
However it is.
My hot take was going to be that at least.
I'm predicting
thinking
PSG
someone has
win.
like 6-7 goals will be
We're going to see
over
goals
both legs.
tonight, and I think PSG will win.
So 4-3 in terms of in favor of PSG.
Yeah, however it is, on a 1-0, on a 2-1, on a 3-1.
4-3 is the same.
But on a 2-1, on a 1-0,
Guys.
PSG are getting
So
one leg.
is this the oracle speaking?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes or no? You talk now.
what do you mean, my sister? Why do you have to ask me that question?
Drama boy, come on.
No, this is not. It has nothing to do. PSG are winning tonight. Whether the oracle or Eva they talk, PSG are winning.
So I should take it as the oracle speaking.
Yeah, take it as oracle winning.
PSG would win tonight.
PSG, no,
Scoreline.
no direct score line, but PSG to win.
No, wow.
This is the oracle speaking.
If they draw-
PSG to win.
If they draw, you
It's not-
don't
it's not-
just say just
no, it's not.
If
It's
they
not.
draw, no
It's
come
not
up
going to be a draw,
If
but
they
PSG,
draw-
yeah, PSG to win
If
tonight.
they draw or
This
buy
is
and
it.
win.
Make I ring my
Just-
door. Wait, make I ring my door.
Oh God, I beg.
Don't forget. They say he that dances Soro get there. You don't know, say Soro get there at the dance of the gods. This is the God speaking right now. We're not giving 1-1. Normally we don't give